Saruman arrived at the Grey Havens in the Third Age as Curunír, the first and eldest of the 5 wizards sent to Middle-earth. Shortly after their arrival, the elven lord Círdan secretly presented Gandalf with Narya, one of the 3 elven rings of power. He soon discovered this secret gift, which sparked a quiet resentment toward his fellow wizard that grew over the following centuries. For his first 1,500 years in Middle-earth, he traveled extensively into the eastern lands of Rhûn, exploring distant territories and researching ancient ring lore before returning to the west. In the year 2759 of the Third Age, he attended the coronation of King Freyalaf in Rohan, offering gifts and praising the bravery of the Rohirrim. Taking advantage of the goodwill, he requested permission from Steward Baron of Gondor to reside in the fortress of Isengard. Gondor granted him the keys to the Black Tower of Orthanc, expecting him to act as a strong warden for their northern border. Once settled inside, he discovered a hidden seeing stone, the Palantír, and began secretly building up his own private strength while posing as a loyal ally. As his ambition grew, he actively searched for Isildur's remains in the Gladden Fields, eventually recovering the lost golden chain that the ancient king had worn when he was slain. When the White Council debated the Rings of Power, he used his deep knowledge to dismiss Gandalf's fears, claiming the One Ring had been swept out to sea forever. However, during the War of the Ring, his hidden treachery was fully exposed, his armies were defeated, his magic staff was broken, and he was left trapped inside Orthanc under the watch of the Ents. Eventually, he used his lingering, persuasive voice to trick the giant tree guardians into releasing him, walking away from Isengard as a homeless vagrant. He traveled north to the Shire alongside his servant Gríma Wormtongue, adopting the alias Sharkey. Upon reaching the land, he hired a band of human ruffians to take control of it, cutting down ancient trees, constructing ugly industrial mills, and placing the peaceful hobbit population under strict, oppressive rules. His takeover ended shortly after Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin returned home from the war and organized a local rebellion to drive out the ruffians. Defeated and cornered outside Bag End, he publicly insulted and struck Wormtongue, accusing him of murder. Enraged by the abuse, Wormtongue drew a knife and slit his throat before being shot by hobbit archers. As the fallen wizard died, a gray mist rose from his body and looked toward the west, but a cold wind blew it away, dissolving it into nothing.